You know, we focus a ton on what we say during a customer call. But what if the real magic, the most important work, happens right after you hang up? Today, we're diving into after-call work. It's kind of the hidden engine of great customer service.
Okay, so the call's over, you solve the problem, the customer's happy, your work is done, right? Not so fast. The real answer is a big, fat no. And figuring out why, well, that's what separates good service from truly great service.
And this is really the heart of it. The job isn't over just because the call ended. It's all the stuff you do next, the notes, the wrap-up, that actually makes the whole interaction count. It's how you make sure you're not just solving the same problem over and over again.
And listen, this is way more than just busy work or ticking off boxes. It has this amazing ripple effect. When you do it right, you're making life easier for everyone. Your team gets the full story, your customers feel taken care of, and honestly, it even makes your own job easier down the line.
All right, so where do we start? Well, it all begins with the note. Crafting that perfect note is like the foundation for everything else that follows.
The main tool you'll be using is the CRM, the Customer Relationship Management System. Think of it as the team's shared brain. Every single thing you type in there becomes part of the official story, the permanent record that everyone else is going to depend on.
So how do you write a great note? It's easy. Just remember the 3 C's. First, be concise. Nobody has time to read a novel. Get straight to the point. Second, be clear. You don't want anyone guessing what you meant. And third, be accurate. A tiny mistake now could cause a huge headache later. Nail these 3, and your notes will be worth their weight in gold.
But look, if you take away just one thing about note-taking, let it be this. Always, always include the action taken. What did you actually do to fix the problem? A note that just describes the issue without explaining the solution, that's only half the story, and it's not very helpful. Now, you're usually going to write 2 different kinds of notes. The internal note, that's like a sticky note you leave for your coworkers. It can be informal, maybe a quick heads up or a tip. But the summary, that's the official record. It needs to be short, professional, and tell the whole story for anyone who might look at this ticket like ever.
Okay, so you've nailed your internal notes. Awesome. But we're not done yet. Now we have to think about communicating clearly with the customer outside of our own systems.
And one of the most powerful ways to do that is with a confirmation email. For us, it might just seem like another email, but for the customer, it's everything. It's proof that you did what you said you were going to do. It's that sigh of relief, knowing their problem wasn't just forgotten the second they hung up.
And that confirmation email needs to be on point. You know, the little things matter. A clear subject line so it doesn't get ignored. A professional tone that shows you respect them. Using a template is a great idea. It's fast and keeps things consistent. And please, please, if you say you're attaching something, double check that the attachment is actually there. All these little details add up to build a ton of trust. All right, notes are done, email is sent. What's next? Now we got to manage the case itself. This part is all about workflow. At this center of this whole puzzle is the ticket. The easiest way to think about it is like a digital folder for one customer's problem. Everything, every note, every email, every action goes in this folder. Your job is basically to move that folder down the line until it's officially solved.
And the end goal for every single ticket is to find a resolution. We're not just trying to close tickets to get them off our plate. We're trying to find the real final answer. The question you should always be asking is, how did we actually fix this for good?
So any given ticket is usually in one of 2 states. Is it pending? That just means you're waiting for something, maybe information from another team. Or is it closed? Ah, success. The job is done. Getting this status right is so important because it tells your whole team exactly what's going on without them even having to ask. But you know, the best service goes one step beyond just closed. And that's where the follow-up comes in. This is how you really level up. Just a quick call or email a day later to say, hey, is everything still working okay? That shows a customer you actually care, not that you're just trying to hit your numbers. So how do you remember to do that? You don't rely on your memory. No way. You create a task for yourself right in the system. Think of it as your personal to-do list, a little safety net that makes sure no customer ever gets forgotten or falls through the cracks.
Okay, but what happens when you hit a wall and you just can't solve it yourself? That's when you need to escalate it. And when you do, a really good escalation note is going to be your best friend. It's a quick summary for your supervisor so they can get up to speed fast, and this is key, so the customer doesn't have to explain their problem all over again.
So, we've talked about notes, emails, and tickets. I know it can seem like a bunch of small, separate things, but when you do them all well, they combine to create that huge ripple effect we mentioned earlier. Let's wrap up by looking at why this is all so dang important.
I mean, this is the real payoff. Think about it. A good note saves your coworker a headache. A professional email makes the whole company look good. A well-managed ticket can help your boss spot a bigger issue before it gets out of control. It's all connected, and it creates this awesome cycle where things just work better for everybody.
So I'll leave you with this one last thought. Is your after-call work just an afterthought? Something you rush through to get to the next thing? Or is it your professional signature? The thing that shows everyone you're a pro who cares about getting it right every single time?